Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome back to Quebec Enterprises. This is going to be part 2 in the MonkeeMobile series from the TV show The Monkees. In the previous video, we have all our sub-assemblies glued up and ready for paint. And as you can see in front of you, we started the paint detailing work on all the parts that were sub-assembled. So we can go ahead and let's bring this in a little bit closer and kind of get started here. Now on this one here, let me bring the camera up a little bit for that, and we'll adjust the picture a little bit for you. So as you can see right here, we have the engine, which again won't be too visible underneath the hood because of the radiator blower assembly. But we did manage to paint it with the GM color blue, I guess you want to call it. So in this case, I do use a lot of watercolors. So I don't say watercolors, but the kind of the Michael's folk art stuff. So here we go with this type of blue is the folk art. It's actually called Look at Me Blue. It's 2924. It's a multi-surface, and that's what I used for the actual engine. And then of course we went with the silver sterling, another folk art project for the transmission. So that's what that is right there. And then we also kind of, if we turn over here like so, I did put some black wash around the oil pan. It's probably not being picked up by the camera, but it's definitely there. So that is the detail work on the engine itself. And then of course next up we have the chassis, and we'll kind of bring this down a little bit here. Okay, so we actually chose another folk art product. This is actually called Sequin Black. It's a metallic paint, and we went ahead and sprayed the whole underside of the chassis for that. And then of course we went back to our folk art silver sterling for the gas tank and the mufflers. And then we went with the drive shaft of the vehicle with this folk art gunmetal gray, which is also metallic paint as well. So that's where we are with the underside of the chassis. Like I said, not much detail work. I did actually accented, let me see if I can get a little pointer here. I don't know if you can pick it up on, we have these little indentations here. They could be like nuts or bolts or whatever for the chassis. But we basically use the Sharpie permanent marker. This is actually a bronze metal. So we just kind of highlight it around the perimeter of the chassis there, just to kind of give it a little extra detail. And so that is the underside of the chassis for that particular part. And then as far as the tires themselves, we have our mag wheels, and again we used the sequin black folk art, and we actually highlighted the back part of the mag wheels so that the mag wheels themselves that sit still in chrome can stand out a little bit more. And of course this particular wheel and tire, if you notice here, the back side of it, it's a lot shorter. That indicates in the instructions that the two wheels that have the short stem to it is for the front part of the car. And then of course we have the rear of the car, which you'll see here, which has an actual longer stem for the metal rods to go through for the rear end. But like I said, again, we did all 4 tires with the black background to bring the mag wheels to light. So that is that. And then, of course, we did a little bit more work on the radiator blower assembly. And hopefully you can pick up on that. But we actually, I guess they call them the butterflies in the front of this. I actually used this time around the Craft Smart red color. It's a metallic paint, just to kind of give a little bit of extra highlight to it on that. And then if we turn to the side here, I don't know if the pick up on the camera or not, but this part of the blower, again, we used the Sharpie bronze metallic, kind of bring that out, give a little bit some accent to it. So there's the radiator blower assembly all done and completed. And then, of course, next up we have our keychain. I'll try to kind of tilt it so you can see the actual monkeys inscribed on the guitar-shaped keychain. Right now I just got it in black, and then now probably highlight the raised letterheads of the monkeys. So that's done. And then we go ahead and we can start on the interior bucket as well. And what we used for that, for the actual seats and the sides of the interior bucket, was the Craft Smart satin white. So we went ahead and actually hand painted everything up for that as well. I did use the Pache airbrush for the seats themselves, and then once everything was done, I also highlighted the sides of the seats with again with a permanent marker, metallic silver sterling. Kind of gave a little bit of highlights on that. And then once everything was painted, I actually used the Future floor polish to seal in the paint. And then, of course, we can turn around here and we can see the front part here with the chrome center console and the stick shift. And of course, then with the actual dashboard itself, kind of paint I used was the Tamiya. It's the wooden deck tan I chose. It's XF-78. And we went ahead and applied that once I put the gray primer down first. And just to kind of brush that all in as well. And of course then I glued in the back chrome gauges as well, and highlighted some of the radios and the buttons with the basically Sharpie pen with the silver metallic sterling. And then of course for the steering wheel itself, I just kind of highlighted the wheel itself with the red color. Actually I used a gloss Craft Smart. This is the bright red version. So there you go, there's that. And I basically glued all the seats down with some super glue, and once I painted the bottom part of the interior bucket in black. So that's our white and black interior for the interior bucket. So there's that as well. And then for the convertible top, this is my version of the tan color that I went with. Again, it's the same color as what we use on the dashboard, which is the Tamiya wooden deck tan. And I actually kind of hand brushed the paint on itself. It took about 3 coats to get it looking like you see right now in front of you. I may highlight some of the ridges with the Sharpie, or leave it the way it is. Haven't decided on that yet, but that is our convertible top. And then as far as the parachute there we go. Same thing with the wooden deck tan. Alright, so that's that. And then we have on our chrome tree, we went ahead and we painted the inside part with the black, sequin black folk art. And then I highlighted the GTO with the permanent marker for the raised GTO letterheads. And then as far as the headlights, I just kind of dipped that with the panel line accent color black and let that dry overnight. So that is completed. And of course these were the exhaust pipes coming out there. We actually used the same panel line black to accent the inside part of the pipes themselves. So that is that. And we still have in this bag here are kind of rare lenses on there. I kind of used the black magic marker for the edges for the perimeters, just to kind of get a little bit of accent on there. We also have the windshield and the side vents. I'm keeping them in the bag for right now so they don't get scratched up, but I'll probably end up putting the future 4 polish on that too, just to kind of keep it nice and clear. And then we have our metal pieces right here that'll fit through the tires and through the chassis itself. So there's that. And then last but not least, we started on the body of the vehicle, and we went ahead and actually sprayed with the Pache airbrush on that. Again, we used the folk art silver sterling. The way I paint the bodies of the car, I always kind of do a undercoat first before I put the base coat on. So there is that. And just kind of get a quick 360 degrees here so you can kind of see it from all sides. So, and we actually kind of sprayed like 2 or 3 different layers, let it dry in between until we had our final pass, so to see what you got right there. So it came out real nice. And then as far as the exhaust ports on the right and left hand side, of course these were glued from the inside there. You can see that kind of like right here. And we went ahead, and even though the instructions tell you to put it on later, we just went ahead and glued that in place so that all the paint kind of matches color with the body on there. So there's that. That's, I say, the same thing that we did with the underside of the front and the rear. And again, those fit pretty nice and tight. I didn't really need any putty, so it, like I said, it was a very nice tight fit there. So this is where we're standing right now for the MonkeeMobile at the moment. So stay tuned for part 3. We'll start actually putting this stuff together. As far as the red color for the body itself, I have a few options here. Kind of bring these out a little bit, and I haven't decided yet, but one choice might be the bright red Craftsmart here, or we have our metallic red. And then there's another one that we use, another Craftsmart called Holiday Red. It's Christmas time, so kind of there you go on that one. And of course, this is a satin version as well. And then we have our bright red gloss. I know some people that I've watched previous videos use like a paint color called Italian red on there, but I'm kind of limited what I got here for the moment, so I pick one of these 4 things I just showed you. So we'll figure that out on the next video segment. So with that being said, we're going to call this one done and in this series, and we will see you on the next run on this episode of the MonkeeMobile. So with that being said, again, this is Kovac Enterprises, and we are signing off. Catch you later. Bye.